Hello my dear students of second preparatory stage. أهلا بكم طلابنا الأعزاء لمرحلة الصف الثاني الإعدادي لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية. Now let me remind you of what we introduced for the last session. أو خلوني أفكركم إحنا عملنا إيه الحصة اللي فاتت أو الحلقة اللي فاتت. إحنا رجعنا some of the previously explained tenses. رجعنا بعض الأزمنة زي ال present وال past simple tenses يعني ماضي بسيط ومضارع بسيط. وبرضه راجعنا ال present continuous وال past continuous المضارع المستمر والماضي المستمر. وراجعنا برضه some of our previously explained vocab words أو راجعنا بعض الكلمات في الوحدات من 1 ل 6. ده اللي عملناه الحلقة اللي فاتت. النهارده برضه إن شاء الله هنكمل مراجعتنا لل 6 units أو لل6 وحدات. و I will show you also how to write a paragraph to remind you of it. هفكركم ازاي بنكتب الباراجراف علشان برضو نبقى عارفين how to write. Okay, so get ready with your copy books and your pens and get ready for my session. Okay, so let's go now. So now let me again show you my objective. Here for the objective of today, again like what we did for the previous session. زي ما قلنا المرة اللي فاتت إن إحنا we are going to revise our previously explained lessons in all units from unit 1 to unit 6. هنشرح كل الحاجات تاني وهنراجع عليها من الوحدة الأولى للوحدة السادسة. Okay? So here use the words below and make suitable sentences or questions. عندنا هنا some words كده like Hamdi not drink coffee breakfast. So here I have some words and now I am going to put them into one sentence or one question. يعني هنحولهم لجمل أو أسئلة حسب الform of the words I have here. So here, Hamdi not drink coffee and the last word is breakfast. Here it's not a question of course لأن أنا مش عندي question mark. فهنا المفروض إن أنا أقول doesn't drink coffee with breakfast. طب why did I choose the tense the present simple tense؟ ليه اخترت المضارع المستمر؟ لأن ده حاجة it seems it's something like his routine يعني حاجة هو متعود بيعملها على طول. and if we are talking about something which is a fact or a habit يعني لو حاجة ليها علاقة بالحقيقة بتاعت الطبيعة أو حاجة في الديلي روتين إحنا بنعملها على طول this is directly goes to the present simple tense. So here Hamdi doesn't because if I have not let me show you with my pen. If I have not it means إن أنا لازم أحط helping verb doesn't or don't of course because I have Hamdi it's a singular subject that's why I added doesn't. Okay, so now how Dina get to school. How بسأل كيف Dina get to school. Is this going to be with the present or the past? Definitely as if I'm talking about what she is always doing or what she always does. Okay, so here I have to add a helping verb. A helping verb in the present simple tense if we are forming questions لو بنعمل أسئلة ال helping verb بيبقى do or does. If I have something like a singular subject like this one I have to add does. So it's going to be how does Dina, let me erase this to see it clearly. How does Dina get to school and don't forget the question mark ما تنساش ال question mark. Okay. Number 3 what time طبعا what time it means when متى. Okay, your first lesson began this morning. الساعة كام بالظبط أول حصة بتبتدي عندك الصبح. So here I have what time وبتكلم in the present simple tense because this is something you usually do على طول أنت بتعمله أو على طول بيحصل لك يبقى ده على طول present simple tense. So I have to add here after the WH question word does or do. Definitely because I'm talking about first lesson دي حاجة واحدة I have to add does. What time does your first lesson begin this morning? Again, don't forget the question mark. And number 4, she not like football. Of course, this is not a question. It seems إنها sentence لأني عندي full stop. Okay? So this means I have to add doesn't or don't to add negation form عشان أحطها في negation form أو في حالة النفي. She agrees with doesn't. He, she, it or any singular subject. Okay? That's why it's going to be she doesn't like football. And for the last one for this slide, where they usually go on Friday. Usually طبعا the keyword refers to the present simple tense. And I have here WH question word. This means I have to add a helping verb, do or does. So here, they is a plural subject. It means I have to add do. Where do they usually go? Always put the adverb before the verb go أو أي verb تاني يعني لازم أحط الadverb اللي هو الkeyword usually أو sometimes أو always أو never قبل الverb either in a sentence or in a question سواء في جملة أو في سؤال بحط دايما الadverb قبل ال infinitive verb أو الverb عموما. Okay. Complete the sentences with must or mustn't. تعالوا نفتكر must and mustn't and the difference. must يعني حاجة it's obligatory أو حاجة فرض إن أنا لازم أعملها. If you don't do it there will be a damage أو هيبقى فيه خراب أو دمار لحاجة معينة أو عقوبة عليك for example. ف must or mustn't معناها إلزام لازم تعمل ده. must or mustn't followed by infinitive verbs. يعني بقول you mustn't smoke in a hospital for example. ما ينفعش أقول you mustn't to smoke. Okay? must or mustn't are followed by بيجي بعدهم infinitive verbs. يعني أفعال من غير أي إضافة ولا بإضافة to. Okay? So we have here some questions like it's a long walk to the temple. So you space all listen carefully. أنا بقول لك لازم تعمل ده. That's why I have to use must. Then it's hot today. So you space all wear a hat. You space take some water too. يبقى هنا must all wear a hat. So here number 3 you must take some water too. يعني المفروض إن احنا ناخد معانا أو تاخد معاك الwater دي. It's a must يعني إلزام إن أنت لازم تاخد معاك المية. Cars space drive on this road and you space walk. Cars طبعا must drive on this road لازم تمشي في المسار ده and you mustn't walk. لما طبعا الطريق بيبقى فيه عربيات أنت ما ينفعش تمشي مع العربيات. You space run there. طبعا you mustn't run there. When we arrive at the temple, you space touch any of the buildings. لما أنت بتوصل للمعبد you must or mustn't touch. طبعا you mustn't touch any of the buildings. ما ينفعش نلمس الآثار دي. We can eat our picnic lunches. ممكن ناخد الغداء اللي في الرحلة بتاعتنا after we visit the temple بعد زيارة المعبد. But you space eat in the temple. Must or mustn't eat in the temple? Of course you mustn't. Finally, you space forget to write about what you see. Definitely أنا بفكرك إن أنت you must write about what you see أو تكتب إيه اللي أنت شفته هناك. أوكي؟ فطبعا you mustn't forget ما ينفعش تنسى. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the word in brackets. Here we have some questions. Again, إحنا بنعمل revision على tenses and how to differentiate وإزاي نفرق ما بين present simple and present continuous. Past simple and past continuous. When we space sit down for a picnic, lots of runners space run through the park. When we sat past, lots of runners were running. ليه حطيت هنا past continuous and past simple؟ خلوني أفكركم بقى تاني. Long action and short actions. إحنا بنستخدم معاهم دايما keywords like when, while, as, just as. When I have while, as or just as, they agree or they are followed by long actions يعني was or were plus ing. دايما لما بيكون عندي الكلمات دي اللي هي while و as و just as لازم أخلي بعدها الحدث الأطول اللي هي دايما past continuous was or were plus ing to be added to the verb. إنما لما يكون عندي when it's always followed by short action الفعل القصير يعني الزمن القصير أو الحدث القصير. Okay? That's why I put only the verb in the past simple tense. فهنا عشان كده بعد when I added sat. طبعا sit is one of the irregular forms of the verbs يعني حاجة بتتغير totally in the past. sit the past simple of it is sat. لو سألتوني طب احنا هنعرف امتى الverbs regular ولا irregular in what cases I shall add ed يعني امتى احط ed مع الverb او امتى اخليها irregular موجودة عندكم في كتاب المدرسة آخر pages مكتوب فيها كل الforms of the regular and irregular forms of the verbs. فدي تتذاكر كويس جدا عشان تعرفوا تحلوا بيها. Lots of runners طبعا عشان the plural subject I added were plus ing. Then for number 2 as Karim. So here as is a keyword which means it should be followed by yes long action يعني was or were plus ing. as Karim was taking. And as you see here, I dropped the letter E. وقعت letter E when I add ing. Any verb which is ended in E, when you add ing to it, drop the letter E. Okay, بنوقع letter E لما بحط ing to the verb. Photos of the animals. He space his phone. Lose verb يفقد، ده حاجة من الحاجات اللي irregular in the past، فبغيرها totally بتبقى lost in the past. Number 3. While is another keyword. While زيها زي as و just as. Takes the long action. Long action يعني past continuous. Past continuous means was or were plus ing. So Mona is a singular subject. That's why I added was playing tennis. She hurt as it is. Her arm. Hurt في عندنا some verbs كده بيفضلوا زي ما هم في ال three forms، في ال present وال past وال past participle. Like hurt. Put. cut. كل ده هتلاقوه مكتوب في ال list of the verbs في آخر صفح في الكتاب المدرسة. Okay? Number 4. We space see the castle القلعة while we space travel to Alexandria. بعد while قلنا اللي بعد while long action. But the second part or the other part is to be put in the past simple tense, which means I will add the past simple tense for see هتبقى so. While we were traveling. With traveling, I have to double the letter L to be double L. 2 L. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the word in brackets. Again, I space do my homework when my sister space call me. هنا عندي when. After when, I add the short action, but for the second part, I add the long action. So I here add I was doing my homework when my sister called already me. Number 6, one of my friends fall as we space. Here I have as. So it means here I have to add the past simple tense, and here I have to add the long action or the past continuous tense. So it's going to be the following. Fall, the past simple of it is fell, and as we were walking. Okay, for the vocab words. There are more than 2,000 objects or parts in the museum. Which one is the suitable one? Definitely objects. المقتنيات أو القطع الأثرية يعني. Museum يعني متحف. This chemical helps to keep away or in mosquitoes. Mosquitoes اللي هو الناموس. الكيميكال دي زي مادة مادة أو مبيد حشري. Okay. Helps of course to keep away. Keep away ده phrasal verb أو مصطلح كده معناها يبعد. Okay. For number 3, the black and white designs or painting around this Play-Doh زي عجينة الصلصال are beautiful. So it's going to be designs, the black and white designs around the Play-Doh. Painting معناها لوحة. These bowls الأطباق الغويطة دي البولز دي اللي هي you can put soup in it ممكن بنحط فيها شوربة أو salad. These bowls are made of oil or clay like what the Egyptian pharaohs did in the past. طبعا it was made أو they were made of clay. clay يعني الطمي أو المادة الفخارية أو الحاجة اللي بنصنع منها الأواني الفخارية. Number 5, bees النحل و ants النمل are important birds or insects. طيور ولا حشرات؟ Definitely it's insects. حشرات. Ali's uncle works for a big oil company or flat company يعني شركة. flat يعني شقة in the United Arab Emirates في دولة الإمارات. So it's for sure oil company يعني شركة بترول. Don't play football here or you might hurt or damage that car. Of course I can't hurt the car. مش بجرح العربية بس ممكن أدمر أو أبوظ العربية. So it's damage the car. Then I help look space my little sister when my parents are busy. Look after or up or for or to. خلوني أفكركم إن look ليها كذا preposition ممكن يتحط بعدها and every one of them has a different meaning. Look after معناه to take care of something يعتني بحاجة. Look up معناها to look up the dictionary أو يبص على معنى كلمة أو meaning يعني of a word in the dictionary في القاموس. Look for يعني to search يعني يدور على حاجة. And look to do or to make something يعني ممكن يبص على حاجة أو look at something. Okay. فهي طبعا look after يعني يعتني بيه. Okay, look after يعني to take care of something. This building is very tall, but we can go to the top in the يعني احنا ازاي بنطلع للتوب او للروف او لاعلى قمه او اعلى دور في المبنى ده. Of course by the lift اللي هو المصعد او الاسانسير يعني. هالة is very space and leaves her toys all over the floor. هالة is wet and she leaves بتترك او بتسيب كل التويز بتاعتها on the floor على الارض. Of course she is messy فوضوية not organized مش منظمة. My clothes were clean and dry. So I put them all خدنا قبل كده في اليونت put your clothes yes away يعني تحط اللبس في الأدراج for example أو تحطها في المكان المناسب ليها. Then complete the following sentences with the correct form of have to. طبعا have to or has to according to the subject. If I have a singular subject I use has to. She has to do something. But if I use I or any plural subject I use have to. I have to, they have to. Okay? have to أو has to معناها يجب أن، وهي زي ما شرحنا قبل كده هي related للrules أكتر، للقوانين of the place، قوانين المكان أكتر. That's why I use have to. هي like must بس must بتبقى شوية إلزامية وبيبقى فيه ضرر أكتر maybe a fire مثلا أو fine إنك تدفع غرامة، بس دي ليها علاقة بالقوانين أكتر أو rules of the place. Okay? We are going on a boat today. It's going to be hot, so you space wear sunglasses and a hat. Definitely you have to. يجب أن. Boats are fun, but they can be dangerous. المركب ممكن تبقى dangerous, but at the same time it can be fun. Dina uses a wheelchair. دينا للأسف يعني قاعدة أو قاعدة على كرسي متحرك. So she space go on the boat first. طبعا she has to. You all be careful when you get on the boat. You all have to. عشان you دايما agrees with have to. You also space sit down when the boat is moving. So you have to sit down. لازم نبقى قاعدين والمركب بتتحرك. But you space sit when the boat stops. Here we have something different. Don't have to. If you want to put the negation form of have to or has to يعني لو عايزة النيجاتيف فورم أو حالة النفي ل have to أو has to بحط don't have to أو doesn't have to. If I have a singular subject لو عندي subject اللي هو مفرد بحط doesn't plus have to. If I have plural or I put don't plus have to. هنا عشان قصدي ان انت مش محتاج ان انت تقعد لما المركب تقف ف that's why I said you don't have to. Okay? It's according to the meaning يعني حسب المعنى. You can stand up. Then finally if you see a dolphin you space tell us. That's why we are going. طبعا you have to tell us. Then we have another part of the vocabulary. Community, pick up, disable, donate and feed. Again, community means المجتمع اللي احنا عايشين فيه. Pick up, to pick up something from the floor for example. يعني يلتقط حاجة من على الأرض. Disabled معناها disabled people أو الأشخاص يعني أصحاب الإعاقة. Donate معناها يتبرع to donate money for example to the charity. Feed معناها يطعم. We have some definitions. عندنا بعض المصطلحات and we have to match every definition with its suitable word. To give food to a person or an animal, definitely it's to feed. When someone cannot use a part of the body in the way most people can, طبعا he is disabled. Number 3, give something useful to a person or charity that needs help. لما بندي حاجة للcharity لجمعية خيرية, it's to donate, يتبرع. Collect something from a place, يجمع حاجة, like pick up. A small area and the people who live in it, definitely it's the community, المجتمع. Now, complete the questions with who, which, that or where. Let me remind you, خلوني أفكركم the difference between them. هما دول relative pronouns أو ضمائر الوصل and I use them to replace the pronouns. Instead of saying she or he لا ببدلهم ساعات ب which or who or where according to the usage أو حسب الاستخدام. If I'm referring to a person, I use who. If I'm referring to a place or a thing, non-living thing يعني حاجة غير عاقلة like objects أو animals يعني زي حيوانات أو أشياء بستخدم which أو that. وذات برضو can be replacement أو ممكن تحل محل who بس هي أكتر بنستخدمها مع which. okay? And definitely where is used for places to replace any pronoun that refers to a place. So let me show you my sentences and we have to fill in the gaps. What's the name of the person space is sitting next to you? أنا عندي هنا person, that's why which one is suitable? Definitely it's who. Number 2. What's the name of a charity? ايه اسم الجمعية الخيرية you would like to donate money to اللي انت عايز تتبرع لها؟ طبعا it's a thing أو non-living thing ف I refer to it to which لأن هنا I mean the building itself. يعني ممكن حد يتلخبط ويقول طب this is a place ده مكان صح بس هنا I mean the building itself أنا قصدي على المبنى not the place I do something in مش المكان اللي بعمل فيه حاجة. Okay, that's why I use which and I can use that. Number 3. What's the name of the place space you would like to spend your next holiday? Okay, place here طبعا where. Okay, عشان قصدي ايه المكان اللي تحب تقضي فيه الهوليداي أو الأجازة. What's the name of a famous sports person? Any person طبعا should be followed by who you would like to meet. What's the name of a book or a film? طبعا دي non-living things أو objects يبقى طبعا definitely which or that. Vocabulary. Everyone should or have to do a random act of kindness sometimes. طبعا everyone yes should لأن دي like advice. الفرق بين should و have to should و shouldn't advice but have to إلزام شوية لازم تعمل ده. طبعا خلوني أفكركم random act of kindness أو الحاجات اللي ممكن نعملها to cheer people up إن احنا نسعد بيها الآخرين without waiting for something in return. يعني لما بعمل حاجة أسعد بيها اللي قدامي من غير ما استنى حاجة في المقابل. This is the random act of kindness أو الأعمال الخيرية أو الأعمال العشوائية اللي بتحصل علشان just أفرح اللي قدامي من غير ما استنى حاجة في المقابل. Okay. You should or you have to pass your exams to go to university. طبعا ده لازم إن أنت تنجح في الامتحانات عشان تدخل الجامعة. أكيد مش هتبقى advice ده إلزام. So you have to. Number 3. You shouldn't or you don't have to do your homework at the same time every day. مش لازم إنك تعمل الهومورك كل يوم في نفس الوقت. طبعا ده you don't have to. لا يجب أن. You shouldn't or don't have to spend too much time on social media. Of course this is advice. يعني دي شوية نصيحة. They have to or they should show their passport when they leave the country. لما بتروح المطار and you're going to leave your country وهتمشي من الكونتري أو من البلد اللي انت فيها of course you have to لازم توري الباسبورت في المطار. دي مش advice دي لازم تعملها. This is according to the rules. Okay, we have some of the keywords or some of the vocab words of the previously explained units. Air pollution تلوث الهواء. drought الجفاف. flood الفيضان. green لما بوصف حاجة ان هي green يعني مصاحبة للبيئة أو صديقة للبيئة. polluted يعني ملوث. وربش القمامة. So let's fill in the gaps using the suitable word. Please take your space home. Don't leave it in the park. طبعا take your of course rubbish home. Okay? يعني we don't have to throw rubbish in the streets. ما ينفعش ان احنا نرمي القمامة. لازم نرميها في البيت أو في أقرب basket أو rubbish bin. سلة مهملات يعني. It was raining for days and there was a space so people used boats to leave their houses. So لما الناس تسيب الأماكن بتاعتها اللي عايشة فيها طبعا كان في إيه بسبب المطرة؟ Definitely flood فيضان. Number 3. There are a lot of cars in the city so the space is very bad. طبعا الكارز أو الفاكتوريز كل ده بيعمل حاجة من air pollution أو تلوث الهواء. Number 4. There was no rain. هنا بقى دي it's opposite of the flood. حاجة عكس الفيضان. When we have no rain we have drought الجفاف. Bikes are a space form of transport. هي تعتبر ايه وسيلة مواصلات مالها because they use no fuel. ما بيستخدموش بنزين أو عوادم. يبقى دي طبعا حاجة green يعني حاجة مصاحبة للبيئة أو safe to use in the environment. حاجة آمنة إن أنا أستخدمها للطبيعة اللي أنا عايشة فيها. green. Okay. Read and correct the sentences. هنا احنا عندنا one mistake in every sentence. عندنا حاجة غلط في كل sentence. Let me discover it with you. Mount Catherine is a high mountain than Jabal Musa. So Mount Catherine is a high than. لو تفتكروا ال comparative cases, yes, I have to add ER. لازم أحط ER. So it has to be like this. Mount Catherine is a higher mountain than. لما يكون عندي than يعني لازم أحط ER with the short adjectives أو more with the long adjectives like more beautiful than. Is your cousin more old than your more and old than? ما ينفعش. If I have a short adjective, I have to add ER, not more. So the correct form is older. Number 3. This new phone is more bad. مفيش حاجة اسمها more bad. There is nothing called more bad. But we have worse than أو the worst. Definitely I have than. That's why I have to use worse than. I think that the river is more polluted. It was last year. More polluted it was. It misses something. ناقصها حاجة هنا. Yes, than. It misses than. Which is more far to walk to? Far is a short adjective. So I have to add ER, not more. Further. And it's further with A or further with U. Both are correct. Giza knows for its ancient pyramids. Giza knows. لو تفتكروا الباسيف البريزنت باسيف والاكتيف باسيف مبني للمعلوم مبني للمجهول. الرول كانت بتقول لي ان انا احط is or are plus PP يعني past participle او third form of the verb. So Giza is known معروفة بيه. Farmers are grown. هنا farmers مش هينفع احط لها passive form. I have to put it active لان الفارمرز هم اللي لسه actual doers يعني هم الفاعل الاساسي. فهنا احط present simple عادي مش passive. So farmers grow a lot of oranges along the river. Mr. Taha has remembered for his funny stories. Has remembered? No. Is remembered. معروف بيه. Active and passive. People are played football. No. People are the actual doers. هم الفاعل الأساسي. طالما هم الفاعل الأساسي بحط present simple عادي. يبقى هنا play football all around the world. Hundreds of photos of the pyramids are taking. No, are taken, the past participle form. Third form اللي هو التصريف الثالث. Okay. And then here, my friend is space than me. طبعا shorter than me. Today the weather is space than yesterday. Definitely the one which is suitable colder. Colder. This sofa is as and as. If we remember, when I have as, I should put the adjective as it is. مش بزود حاجة للصفة خالص. بحطها as it is. So it's as comfortable as. مريحة زي الارم chair. My school bag is something than. Than يعني أحط ER or more. Heavier. And I change it Y into I. لما بيكون عندي أي adjective ended into Y بحولها ل I, then I add my ER letters. ندى is as space as منى. طبعا هحط الادجكتيف زي ما هي عشان عندي as و as. They have to be equal. So that was the last thing I ended my session with. I hope everything was clear enough for you. يا ريت تكونوا استفدتوا معايا في الريفيجن النهارده. And I wish you the best of luck. So stay safe and goodbye.